Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayhi wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa min yudlilhu fala hadiya lahu. Nashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And that is with Allah's name, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer. We say all praises are due to Allah. We seek His help. We seek His forgiveness. We seek refuge with Allah from the evil of our own souls and from our bad deeds. Whomsoever Allah guides will never be led astray. And whomsoever Allah leads astray, no one can guide. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his slave and his messenger, and the prophet to humanity. Before I start the khutbah, I'd like to welcome a good brother I've been knowing for years, Brother Sajwal Khan. We was on Hajj, and my wife said, I seen Brother Sajwal. I said, you ain't see no Sajwal, all these millions of people. She said, I seen Sajwal. So when we got back, I said, Brother Sajwal, did you make Hajj? She said, I was there. She seen me. So, alhamdulillah for his presence and all y'all presence today. May Allah reward you for being in Salatul JUMAH as we have been instructed to be here. By Allah, no one else could instruct us to be here but Allah and His Messenger. So it's a blessing to us. I was called on short notice yesterday. The brother that was supposed to do the JUMAH, he said, man, I'm out of there. I said, what? I'm out of there. I said, alhamdulillah, you know, ain't no problem. You know, a soldier's supposed to be able to step in. Any soldier that follows the religion of Al-Islam is supposed to be able to step up here and do this duty, you know? And we was taught and trained to do so. I'm going to read something from Imam Waqidi Muhammad, as I usually do, Rahimahullah alayhi. Allah, the Imam says, the ungrateful, they are in degrees, and I'm going to come back to degrees further down in the JUMAH. And the worst of them is Satan. I'm going to come back to Shaitan. The Shaitan himself, he is the most ungrateful of all creatures. Satan, Shaitan in Islam. Satan, the most ungrateful of all creatures, and he depends on the ungrateful to support him. And his design on the world, his plan for the world. So he's constantly working on those who have weak faith to get them to throw out all faith and become ungrateful. Then he can use them. They're his then. They're with the devil. Well, in our religion, we are told of the end of days. That language sounded more like Bible, doesn't it? Yes. The last days, the end of days, we're told of the conclusion of things. That this world, all of it, has been formed upon a logic and a law. And this universal logic and these universal laws that expresses its logic in different branches and different forms is cherished by the devil, the Satan, the Shaitan, who sees it as his tool for putting up as the God of mankind. I'm going to go into that further on down in the lecture. Now he's in his own thinking. He is in his own thinking, never sees himself in this light. He never sees himself going against the Creator, Allah. the true God who's the creator. There's no other God except the creator. He sees himself as an agent aiding God. He interprets God's law and the logic for himself. And he thinks, because he is able to perceive it, to know it with his own mind and thinking, that it's intended for him. So the logic is his possession. He thinks. So I remember when the Imam Rahimahullah first came into office, he said that what the Christians don't understand is Shaitan made a facsimile of everything. You got a Quran, Shaitan put a Quran out. You got a Bible, Shaitan put a Bible out. See, but Allah says only the pure can touch the Quran. Everybody can touch it, but Satan's trick is to make those ungrateful of Allah's presence and his being. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Inna waja'atu wajhiya lilladhi fatara samawati wal ard hanifan wa ma ana mina mushrikin. I'm going into the prophets now, where Allah is talking about those prophets and how they showed that they was grateful to Allah. Ibrahim alayhi salam, our intellectual and enlightened father, says to you and I through the Quran, "For me, I have set my face firmly and truly towards him who created the heavens and the earth, and never shall I give partners to Allah." See how when I read about Shaitan wanted himself to be God's partner, or even Allah himself. وَهَاجَهُ كَالْمُخْ قَالَ أَتُهَاجْ جُنِي فِي اللَّهِ وَقَدْ هَدَانِ وَلَا أَكَفُوا مَا تُشْرِكُونَ بِهِ إِلَّا أَنْ يَشَاءَ رَبِّي شَيْئًا وَسِعَ رَبِّي كُلَّ شَيْءٍ عِلْمًا أَفَلَا تَذَكَّرُونَ. His people disputed him and said, his people disputed with him. He said, "Come you to dispute with me about Allah, when he himself has guided me? I fear not the beings you associate with Allah. Unless my Lord willeth, nothing can happen. My Lord comprehendeth in his knowledge all things. Will ye not yourselves be admonished? What kaifa akafu ma asraktum wala takafuna anakum asraktum billahi malam yunadil bihi alaykum sultana fa'ayul fariquna ahaqu bil in kuntum ta'alimun." How should I fear the beings ye associate with Allah when ye fear not to give partners to Allah without any warrant having been given to you? Which of us two parties have more right to security? Tell me if you know. Alladhina aminu walam yalbisu imanahum bidhulmin ulaika lahumul amnu wahum muhtadun. It is those who believe Listen to this ayah, please. It is those who believe and mix not their belief with wrong that are truly in security, for they are on right guidance. We can't take what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us and then mix it with something else. It has to be pure. The intent has to be pure for Allah. And for us to be secure, we can't take additives into our religion. We have to keep it clear and straight. وَتِلْكَ حُجَّتُنَا آتَيْنَاهَا إِبْرَاهِيمَ عَلَى قَوْمِهِ نَرْفَعُ دَرَجَاتٍ مَنْ نَشَاءُ إِنَّ رَبَّكَ حَكِيمٌ عَلِيمٌ. That was our argument which we gave to Ibrahim, to use against his people. We raise whom we will. Degree, remember I talked about the degrees in the beginning. We raise in degree, after degree, for thy Lord is full of wisdom and knowledge. وَهَبَنَا لَنُ إِسْحَاقَ وَيَعْقُوبَ كُلًّا هَدَيْنَا وَنُوحًا هَدَيْنَا مِنْ قَبْلُ وَمِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِهِ داود وسليمان وأيوب ويوسف وموسى وهارون وكذلك نجزي المحسنين. And he says, Allah says in the Quran, we gave him Ibrahim, we gave him Isaac or Isaac. What have we guided? And before him, we guided Noah, and among his progeny is his offspring or his community. We gave Dawood, David, Solomon, Job, Joseph, Moses, and Aaron. Thus do we reward those who do good. And Zechariah, and Yahya, and Isa, and Elias, all in the ranks of the righteous. And Ishmael, and Elisha, and Jonas, and Lot. To all we have gave favor above the nations. To them and their fathers and progeny and brethren, we choose them, and we guided them to a straight way. This is the guidance of Allah. He giveth that guidance to whom he pleaseth. Of his servants, if they were to join other gods with him, all that they did would be vain for them. These were the men to whom we gave the book and judgment and prophethood. If these, their descendants, reject them, behold, we shall entrust their charge to a new people who reject them not. I heard somebody talk about a new people on this earth. And when you look back generations of those who have had these popular prophets, apostles, come amongst them, and they haven't advanced the world for religious sake, and they haven't advanced what the prophets gave them, then Allah will take it away from them like he'll take it away from us if we don't use it. We're not exempt from it being taken away from us. Allah says he needs nothing of his creation or nobody. He used those as lights sparkling in the intellect of men. And it is your duty to seek out the light It's your duty to know the religion. Those were the prophets who received Allah's guidance. Follow the guidance. We're getting instruction. Allah is so merciful, He has left us instructions on what and how to do. Now, you figure your guidance is like the shaitan. You don't have to, when I say you, I'm not talking about you per se. Don't take it personally. Mankind, let me say that, humanity. They take the guidance that they feel is better than the guidance that God gave to His prophets. Follow the guidance they receive. Say, no reward for this do I ask of you. This is but a reminder to the nations. What nations? All nations. The message is for all time. So if we read this in the Quran, it's talking to you and I directly as well as it's talking to humanity and nas, all the people. This message is not for the Arab. This message is not for the Indonesian or the African or the American. This message is for humanity. And as I previously stated, Allah says He raises in degrees whom He pleases. So because your degree is high and mine might not be as high, don't look down on me because you got a certain knowledge that I don't have. It is imperative. It is your duty. We were taught, what's the duty of a civilized man? It was to teach and train the uncivilized. To teach and train the uncivilized. Now, if believers have a lack of knowledge and you don't, you will be held accountable for not raising them, at least trying to raise them to the degree of respectability. You're a doctor, then it should be seen in your life that what Allah has inspired you to come to, that you can help somebody else. But the man that's laying in the gutter can help the man with the college degree. He can tell that man something that he never heard before and turn him upside down. Nobody, nobody has a toehold on God's knowledge. Allah reveals that knowledge to whom He pleases. He raises us up to where He wants us to be. The thing is, when I talked about Shaitan being the best of those that are ungrateful, and when he gets you weak in your faith, and when you come to a minute understanding, and you can be influenced by the Shaitan, then you will become ungrateful. You must stay grateful in all that you say and do. Be grateful to God that He chose you to receive His goodness. If you don't, as I stated, Allah needs nothing of you. He needs nothing of your creation. Matter of fact, Allah says if we don't do this, He'll bring in a people who will love Him and just wipe you out. And when we look at the Islamic world, it got to be some praying somewhere for some people, because the way the Islamic world is moving, we should be wiped out. It's a shame to have all these ulamas, sheikhs, all these different learned men in this religion, and you can't see it moving in the world? What's happening? You say, you got the best religion. All right, let's test Now, when it come up under the test, you fail, Muslim. But you're talking about the Christian. You're talking about the Jew. You calling them Kafirs. And you calling them this, that, and the other. But they going on advancing society. While you sitting back playing with your dicker beads and not advancing society or humanity. Allah is waiting to give this to us. Brother Rakib is out here on Wednesday nights trying to spark an effort into the brothers or sisters to have us get up and move out. The Quran talks about those who cling heavily to the earth. Oh no, I ain't going out there to war. I ain't going to get killed. But when they come back victorious, now you want to be with them. Don't work in Islam like that. So we thank Allah in this blessed day of JUMAH to be able to feel God's Spirit, even if it's only for a little while. I had a talk with Reverend Justice this morning, and somebody called, and he said, oh, I'm talking to my mentor. Here is a Christian preacher with a doctorate degree in theology. I'm talking to my mentor. Because I said, Reverend, you still teaching the people baby language. He said, what? I said, you teaching the people baby language. When you going to stand the knowledge up? When you going to grow the knowledge up? This talk that come out of this community is nowhere in the world but right here. And nobody else have this. So when we sprinkle this on them, the Quran talks about how a light moisture suffices man. A light moisture. You don't have to have a heavy rain. Lord knows if we rain down on them. Rabbina at Tina for doing your hasanat thank you for that. Hasanat thank you now. Rabbi's in the Rabbi's in the Iman. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. I have some announcements and I'm going to continue, inshallah. Get them all at the same time, man. And I'll keep doing this. You said, that's all right. I got it up here. It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. Yes. Friday, October 12, 2018 announcements. Men and women have equal rewards for their deeds. Quran 3:195. This Sunday, October 14th, is the second Sunday. There will be no Talim service. Saturday, October 13th, 2018, Brother Sam Smart is holding a birthday celebration for his son Wallace Dean Smart at 2:30 p.m. 100 Stacey Avenue, Trenton, New Jersey. All are invited to attend. Our brother Wallace has been blessed by Allah to reach the age 20 with his challenges. Alhamdulillah. Please join his family as they celebrate this blessing. And those of us who've seen Wallace from his birth, we know the challenges that the brother has been through. But more so, what a father. What a father to carry that burden that he didn't necessarily think was a burden. To carry that child with him everywhere he went. Wednesday, October the 16th, join Imam Rakib Sharif at 5 p.m., as I just said, here at Taqwa Community Learning Center for dialogue, camaraderie, and fellowship. Brothers and sisters are welcome. As part of our partnership with the New Jersey Foundation for Nonprofits and the Rodeo Project, there will be a gospel concert on December 14th. We have been assigned 25 tickets to sell. Tickets are $30 and include a food tasting from local restaurants and vendors will be available to sell their items. Many of us have family and friends who are non-Muslim. Please help sell tickets to this event. If everyone purchases one ticket, we would exceed our 25 tickets. Please contact Sister President Jonette for information. October 16th is the last to register to vote for the November 6th election. Vote, vote, vote. November the 6th. Be a participant in the annual fundraiser for the center. Members and non-members may contribute to the funding board located out in the lobby. Various amounts of donations are accepted. See myself or the Treasury for explanation if needed. That's also Sister President Jonette. Lunches. Check with sisters in the lobby for lunch items. Lunch sales contribute to the maintenance and upkeep of the building. Please continue to pray for our sick and shut-in brothers and sisters and those who are taking care of them. The Board of Trustees thanks you for your continued support. See our bulletin board for additional information. Third Sunday Talim series guest, Antar Martin of Newark, New Jersey, planting the seed, understanding the past to provide for and protect the future. Sunday, October 21st, 2018, 1 p.m. at 1001 East State Street. Join us as Imam Martin speaks on those who planted the seed. You are welcome to bring your favorite dish as we fellowship afterwards. Don't forget to tune in 1300 a.m. every Sunday morning for the broadcast of Imam W.D. Muhammad. And we've been going on 35 consecutive years, non-break. That's a lot, helping us. So if you can donate a little something towards the radio broadcast, please do so. And also listen at Sunday morning phone, Study Al-Islam. That's all I can tell you. I mean, it's heavy. And it's what we need to hear from learned imams, learned sisters, who do just a fantastic job during Ramadan and as well as this session here. All right, that's the extended announcement. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا. When comes the help of Allah and victory, and you see people enter Allah's religion in crowds, celebrate with praise to your Lord and ask him for forgiveness. Verily, he is inclined towards grace and mercy. That's Surah and Nasr 110, 1-3. When we speak of the help of God, what is the help of God? For each individual, the help is distinctive to the needs of that person, because Allah has created each of us uniquely. Thus, rain may be the help of God to the farmer, while it is a hindrance to the man whose job requires him to work outside. However, for each of us, the help of Allah is related to achieving the destiny that Allah has prescribed for the human being. When we reach the stage where we realize that we need the help of Allah, Allah tells us that his help is near. All we have to do is call on Allah, and He will answer the call. For those who are too proud to call on Him, Allah does not stand in need of any of His creatures. There is a force in each of us that Allah highly glorified as He placed in us. That drive or force motivates us towards human excellence, pushing everything within us against all odds to agree so that in our lifetime we can accomplish something to witness that we have lived. Allah tells us, this day I have perfected your deen, your religion, have chosen you, al-Islam, as your deen. Allah refers to the religion as deen al-fitr, or the faith of the natural order. The human being is naturally inclined to submit to the will of God when he follows the natural order. The perfected order comes out of the natural order. Al-Islam then is not only the natural order, it is the perfected order which we get to help when we get the help of Allah. Those quotes are from Imam Abdul Alim out of Philadelphia. So when we see people rushing to this religion, what has caused them to rush to this religion? Earthquakes, like we're seeing being experienced in the South. What's causing men to rush to God? Sickness, poverty, unruly family. All these things where one time man wouldn't think about calling on God. I heard the atheists say, I don't believe in a God. Well, when Allah created all the souls, He asked all the souls at one time, who am I? And we all bear witness that He was Allah. So how can you atheists say that you don't believe in a God? That's the ungrateful shaitan that has infiltrated those beings and caused them to speak like that. But they don't know they have sealed their own doom unless they come to La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. And even if they don't come to that, if you go, you know, the Quran talks about the believers. It don't say whether they're Christian, Muslim, or Jew. Because in the hereafter, it says in the Quran that you will be judged by the book that you say you believe in. When the man came to Rasulullah and said, I want justice, he told him, you better go back and let them give you justice, because if you get this Muslim justice, you ain't gonna like that. So we praise Allah, we thank Allah for this wonderful day, brothers and sisters. Good to see everybody. I see had Brother Hafiz with us. We will lead the Salat, inshallah. I put him to work every time he comes. Is that why you stay away? Alhamdulillah, though. May Allah reward you, your families, and let us unite. Let us unite. The longer we stay away, you know, we're getting up in age. You know, the young people got to do this. But if they don't see no unity, they're not going to care. But if they see unity, then they'll say, we got something to go for. So ibadallahi rahimakumullah in Allah ya'muru bil adli wa ihsani wa ita'i dhil qurba wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkari wa baghi 'alaykum tadhakkurun yazkurkum wa aqulu yastajib lakum wa la dhikrullahi akbar iqam as-salat.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya salat, hayya salat, wa qamat salat, wa qamat salat. Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah.